Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to reverse bay park when there isn't much room. Now I've already made a video showing you how to do this, but this is a different method, slightly more advanced, and it can work better in some situations. What we're going to be doing is this method, where what we'll do is we're going to pull up alongside the bays, go forward to a 45-degree angle, and then we'll be reversing into that bay. Now in a moment when I talk about this, I want you to realise how you need to get the angle correct. So that's the back corner of your car. Notice how the line of the bay is like an arrow pointing to the back corner of your car. That's what I'll be referring to in a moment. So let's get the car started and let's get going. Another handy tip for this is that once you do this, once you start this, you want to get up against the bays quite close. So when there's not much room in tight car parks, this method works better than the other one. I'm going to get up against the bays and I'll put my mirror down in preparation for this. The right mirror has gone down, the left mirror can go down a bit as well, and it really helps to be able to see in those mirrors like that. I'm going to go forwards, and what you want to do is what I call framing the bay in the window. You've got a white line in the bay there, and there's a white line in the bay there. You maybe can't see that in the video, but there's a white line there and there, so the white line is kind of at each end of this window. I check around and I go forwards, getting that 45-degree angle like before. So I'm watching the white line here. The white line is to the front, will come down along the back of my car. So as I do that, checking around, that white line's now here, it's now coming here, halfway back down the car. It's now going down the car, and it's going to go out of view in a moment. And when it goes out of view, you're at the 45-degree angle. So now I go to reverse, I'll come back, and you don't always need to turn all the way. You can do, but you don't have to all the way. You look in the mirror and you can guide it in using the mirror. So I do it like that. And I can see I'm going between the lines. The steering comes with practice, but you just get used to it. So I'll go back, and it's done. And that's another way of bay parking. So what I'm doing is going forwards 45 degrees and then coming back. I shall go down there and show you another one. And I'll left the mirrors down because I'm in a sort of car park here, so it's not like I'll need the mirrors, it's very quiet around here. I'm going there and I'm going to get the line like that. So line's there and the line's there. I'm going to do this one slightly differently. Same method, but I go forwards, turn the wheel all the way. I'm getting the line a bit more, forwards. I'm going to do a bit earlier this time, so about there. Now I'll go to reverse, checking all around, turn the wheel all the way, and this time it will go in nicely again. Straighten the wheel up, and I'm in the bay. And there you go, that's dead in the bay. I should point out there are no bays opposite here, but the bays up there, they're not exactly opposite. So they're sort of like this. So it's quite deceiving on the video to see. But that is dead in the middle of the bay. And that is all you do. But what was the difference with that second one compared to the first one? Well, you notice on the second one, I turned the wheel all the way right because I hadn't gone as far forwards. This is something you get used to with practice. This is why I say it's a slightly more advanced method than the other one. The other one, you just line up a bay, turn the wheel all the way, turn it back to the middle, done. This does take a little more practice, but it does get you between cars well. I'm just looking around, and I don't think there are any spaces at all here with two cars. No, because these car parks are dead. But if there were cars around you, it doesn't make any difference because I didn't go into the bays at all. That's the thing when you go forwards into a bay. You often can't avoid going through another bay and clipping someone else's car. So I don't recommend going forwards into a bay whenever you can help it. Reverse is almost always better. So that is how you do the slightly more advanced version of bay parking. Pull up level. I'll show you one more while we're here. I'll do it on the other side because somebody's just started walking down the road for some reason. There's some person just randomly walking down a car park looking around, but I'm going to do it over here where it's deliberately a little bit harder to see because the bays are so poorly marked. So when I get the bay here, and I do the same, I frame it, get it in the window like that, check around, a woman's gone. Forwards, I'm looking for the line to come down the car. When it points to the back of the car like an arrow, pointing to the back corner, and in the mirror you'll see the line starts to look a bit like it's almost going to touch the door handle. I'll stop, reverse, turn all the way, and if I don't need now I can take it off. If you think you're going to go over the line, take a bit of steering off, put it back on, more. There's no exact precise amount you have to steer because there's so many variables, it can be different every time you do it. And there you go. That is dead in the bay. Again, looking at the one opposite, the white line looks like I'm not in, but I am. It's just that's the way it looks. The bays are slightly kind of off. But that is, I don't know if you can see if I open the door, that is dead in the bay. That's fine. So there you go. That's how you do reverse bay parking on this slightly more advanced method. So check out my other videos for more help with your driving. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos. Now I'm just going to prove to you that I am in the bay, because I know some of you will say, oh, you're not in the bay. I'm going to prove that I am. So I'm going to turn my phone camera on, and I'm going to film me opening the door. See still where I was, look. So the line doesn't look as though it's level. It looks like I'm not in the bay. See the way you move the camera around, it's weird. It looks like you're in, but you're not exactly opposite the other one. But if I open the door, I'm in the bay. And on the other side, there you go, in the bay. So though it doesn't look it, it is in the bay.